How can you start manifesting the life of your dreams right away if you don't know yet what exactly you want? There actually is a way to do this, and I'm going to show you exactly how in today's video. This is the law of attraction like you've never heard it before. Hey, it's Andrew, otherwise known as that guy who wrote the last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, and if you want to check out the book, you can very easily do so by going to lastlawofattractionbook.com. But before you do that, if you've been enjoying this content, do me a favor and make sure to smash that like button. Let YouTube know that you appreciate it as well, and that will hopefully inspire them to share it with more people, and I appreciate that, so thank you so much. With that said, let's dive into a really important question of today. What do you do if you don't know exactly what you want? How do you actually still manifest the life of your dreams? Is it actually possible? Well, it is. And, when you find out the reason why, when you find out how you can still do this, even if you don't have the exact specifics of what you really want, you will be so relieved. That in and of itself will be a huge building block in you manifesting what you want. But we'll get there in a minute. First, let's just talk about this misnomer that we have here. There's so many books, so many gurus, so many whatever it might be saying that you need to know exactly what you want. And I'm here to tell you that knowing exactly what you want is very helpful. It's a huge advantage. It obviously gets you in a very good direction in a very fast way, but it is not an absolute requirement. And that's a very important thing to understand, because oftentimes we are sent mixed messages by, programming on television, reading magazines, pressure from peers, whatever it might be. We hear so often every single day about the things that we're supposed to want, and sometimes it convinces us that that's actually what we do want, even if we don't actually want it. And when there's an internal conflict, when we have a certain part of our mind and a certain voice is telling us, yeah, you want this, but then our deep core instinct says no, that mismatch of energy, that mismatch of information, that mismatch of intention, it causes way too much friction, and it actually puts the brakes on you manifesting whatever it is that you want, whether it's those things that you think you're supposed to want, or whether it's the things that you really want, or both. The same thing goes for, life's purpose. Everyone's told they're supposed to find their true purpose in life. And I say, listen, if you find it, beautiful. But if not, that should not stop you from enjoying your life. That should not stop you from living a full, happy, satisfied, successful life. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. You don't have to find your perfect mission or your perfect purpose. If you do, it will inspire you. It will fill your days with joy. But you could still experience joy nonetheless, no matter what. Now, what prompted this video? What prompted this content? Well, let's go to a comment that I recently received on a more recent YouTube video that I put up. This was from Kathy, where she basically just asked straight up, what if you don't know what you want? To which I replied, then just focus on what you're grateful for, and inspiration will come when it's ready. Now, obviously, that's just a real quick reply, and I want to make sure to answer Kathy right away. I didn't want to leave her hanging, but it was a thought in my mind to do a more thorough video about this, because even though I think that in and of itself is your answer, I want to go a little more deeply here and really break down the dynamics and why it actually is so powerful to just focus on gratitude and how that actually solves things for you. So here's the thing. When you tell me that you don't know what you want, well, I beg to differ. There's one thing that I can guarantee every single person wants. There's one thing that I can guarantee that you want, and that is to be happy. You want to be happy. You want to feel good in your skin. You want to feel fulfilled in the moment. You want to be at ease. You want to experience relief. You want to experience joy. You want to experience excitement. So maybe you don't know the exact house that you want to live in. Maybe you don't know the exact car that you want to drive. Maybe you don't know the exact job or career that you want to have. Maybe you don't know the exact details of the person that you want to be with. Maybe you don't even know how much money exactly you want to manifest. But what you do know is that you want to be happy. And that is the key. That's the leveraging point that we use strategically to be happy, because then those other details find their way to you. The really cool thing about, the law of attraction manifesting methods that I teach, and to be candid, that other people teach, whether they realize it or not, is that you don't ever have to actually focus on future things at any point in time. Just focusing on what you already have in the moment, or what you've already experienced or enjoyed in the past, that in and of itself is more than enough for you, because this is all about raising your vibration. This is all about feeling good in the moment, because even if you don't realize it consciously, there are subconscious things at a really deep core level that you do want that the universe hears, that the universe notices, and the universe knows. So when you are being grateful for stuff in the moment, without even worrying about the details of what's going to be in the future, the universe can still take care of things for you because it's still going to present you with opportunities. And you're going to know in your gut whether to follow those threads, whether to wait and do something else, whatever it might be. And here's the really cool part. You might be inspired saying, okay, I figured it out. That's the car that I want. And you might get on the road to start to manifest it, and then you might be inspired for something else instead. That's okay. That's the key thing. You don't have to be stuck on that car or that house or that career or whatever other details. You are not stuck. The whole point of this is a process and an unfolding of clarification that can go much faster, actually, when you give yourself permission to change your mind. Not for the sake of changing your mind, but just knowing that you have permission, just knowing that you are allowed. Because sometimes people, they change their mind like every day for the first 20 days that they're doing this. Not that you have to, but some people do. And they don't let themselves go through that process. They say, listen, I wrote this whole list on day one. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with it for a month or a year or whatever. And they don't realize they've already changed their mind. And by sticking with that old model, they are holding themselves back. Again, this is not a call for you to just change your mind on a whim for the sake of it. It's just letting you know that you can change your mind at any time, and it will not slow down your manifestation process. In fact, oftentimes, without you realizing, again, it will speed it up for you. Because if you've been spending your whole life thinking that you want a Ford Mustang when you really want a Chevy Camaro, the second that you actually acknowledge it and lean into the Camaro, you open up the energy for that. Or maybe vice versa. You've been wanting the Camaro all your life, but it's like all of a sudden you realize, no, I want the Mustang. You give yourself permission to say, okay, I want that. And you've not wasted any time or energy that you've put into the manifestation because you've put out the vibe of getting what you want, whatever that want might be. Whatever that want might be, you've put that intention out there. You've put the energy out there. You've paved the way. You've told the universe. So just because you change your mind on a whim, it doesn't mean that you have to start over, because you're never starting over. Every single day that you were feeling good about anything, you were building momentum. There is no start over point. For you, maybe there's only the illusion of starting over, but you've already accumulated a lot of, experience points or positivity points or whatever you might want to call it in terms of your vibrational frequency that has already told the universe to give you what you want, and the universe is already listening. So the answer here is, all right, I don't know what I want yet. I'm just going to focus on what I'm grateful for now. What's in my life now that I can be grateful for? I can be grateful for my body. I can be grateful for my health. I can be grateful for my friends. I can be grateful for a roof over my head. I can be grateful for food on the table. I can be grateful for my insatiable curiosity that's got me moving in this direction that's going to lead to wonderful, wonderful things for me. I can be grateful for the device that I'm watching this on. I can be grateful for so many things. And you know what? When I'm done being grateful for things that I have right now, I can be grateful for things in the past. I can be grateful for high school. I can be grateful for the best friend that I had in the 3rd grade. I can be grateful for all the mentors that have helped me in the past. I can be grateful in all these different ways, but feeling good right now. And from that visceral feeling in the moment now of feeling good, you will be inspired to decide on things that you want, because that gratitude is going to autocorrect a number of things in your psyche, in your subconscious, a number of blocks that you don't realize you've put up for yourself. It'll clear them automatically for you, and then all of a sudden you'll realize, okay, now I know that the thing that I want, because now I can give myself permission to believe that I'm actually worthy of it, and more importantly, that I can actually receive it. So Kathy or anyone else, if you don't know what you want, go to what you're happy about right now, because again, all you want to be is happy. All that car or that relationship or that house or that money or whatever else, all that's going to do for you, at least that you want it to do, is make you happy, is give you a good feeling of ease and joy and satisfaction and fulfillment. So when you don't know what you want, be okay with it. Be okay knowing, listen, I don't need to know what I want. I just need to be grateful now in the moment and watch the magic unfold. So in the spirit of this, with that understanding in mind, do me a favor, comment below right now, I don't need to know the specifics yet. Comment that below right now, I don't need to know the specifics yet, because you don't. You don't have to need to know it now. If you do, awesome. But again, realize that sometimes it might change, sometimes it might evolve, or it might stay the exact same, and that's okay also. But just know that you don't need to know right now in order to feel good right now. You can feel good in the moment, right away, with no delay. And if you don't want to comment that, comment something else that makes you feel good. And any positive comment that you put down, that's going to get you entered into this month's contest where one lucky winner will walk away with lifetime access to Gravity of the Cosmos, my advanced level, full immersion guided program for manifesting your every desire through the law of attraction. And you can learn more about the program by going to gravityofthecosmos.com, where I have a free training on 3 secrets for manifesting your desires faster than you ever thought possible. Or you can actually preview the program through my book, The Last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, because this book has a link to special bonuses, one of which includes the first few days of Gravity of the Cosmos free of charge. And you can check out my book by going to lastlawofattractionbook.com, which will auto forward to the Amazon listing. Also, just to add a little more value for here, I have a thought of the day that I'd like to share with you. But first, before I do that, I just want to take a quick minute out and thank one of my awesome readers who recently left feedback for the book on Audible. So today's spotlight feedback, a 5-star rave review. This was left by Brian on March 24th, 2021, with the subject heading straight to the point. It reads, I have a hard time sticking with books or Audible sometimes, as most of them are full of fluff with the info that I want hidden behind the fluff. But this book gets straight to the point and sticks with it. I love how he provides so many different examples of the manifestations that he presents. Great listen. Brian, thank you so much. All I gotta say is that review, I appreciate it beyond words. It's just so good to know that I was able to provide you with something that really did cut out the fluff and get straight to the point like you were talking about, because that's what it's all about. It's all about getting straight to the methods, straight to understanding why you should use them, straight to the manifestations and the satisfaction and the happiness of what you actually want. So thank you so much for sharing that. And now, as promised, let's close today's video out with my thought of the day, and I really hope this one serves you well. Today's thought of the day is as follows. If you're wondering where to begin, choose just one thing that you can be grateful for, and go from there. It will make a much bigger impact than you realize. Hoping that's helpful to you, hoping that you take that to heart, and thank you so much for watching today. If you've enjoyed today's content, do me a favor and smash that like button, and be back soon, because you know that I will be with another video in the very near future. Probably tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you again next time.